Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Victoria, where I really want to force the issue with Maghreb and get them integrated, but I don't think that's the way to go at this point. I was looking at this situation here, and I'm just like, we can literally just wait until their liberty desire goes away, and that'll be fine. They'll be willing to accept it at that point. So I want to try to work towards getting our other vassals over here to actually be, like, having borders with us, right? So we've got Khuzestan over here. Let's decrease their autonomy. So that'll be absolutely fine, and then we can annex them later. But they are now decreased in autonomy. We've got Basra down over here. Are they... They are not our vassal state. Okay. Hejaz is not either. Iran is. So if we were to go to Hejaz here and make protectorate, or annex country. 3.7 infamy, 9.2 infamy. It's not a lot of infamy either way. Who would join this? Probably no one. Ukraine might. If Ukraine joins it, that's fine. If Delhi joins, that's fine too, although I'd be slightly annoyed. So the idea here is we're making them a protectorate here. If we go for annex... Honestly, these odds are about the same. Annexation is probably better for us here. So we'll demand that. That'll be okay. And that will get us a border with Iran. Then we can go to these guys, and we're not really able to do anything right now because we have this other war on the table here. But I'd like to take some states up over this way at least. I'm not sure how much aggressive expansion that'll be, but we can chip away at these guys and try to get this subject to have direct borders with us. That would be a good idea. And of course, we've got Lebanon up over here, and they are raising in their liberty desire at this moment, but we're working on it. So that'll be fine for now. So we can get one of these armies out over here, but we're not going to need it yet. We'll wait to see if Ukraine is going to join, if Delhi is going to join, but I'm not scared of either of them. Britain isn't even on the list. So that's a very good thing. Britain is the only ones who can potentially be a problem, and we'll see. So we're annexing them as our primary demand. They're fearful at this moment, and I don't think this is going to go badly. I think this is going to be absolutely fine. So we're currently busily working on oil rigs in Arabistan, apparently. That's a lot of oil rigs in Arabistan. Interesting. And this is pretty slow. I'm going to cancel any of these oil rigs in Arabistan that have not made progress. Actually, I think I'm going to cancel all of them. Even the ones that have made progress. We're going to be much better off building in Tripoli anyway. So that seems good. And then these are in Arabistan as well. Let's get rid of those. I don't want to be working on that. This is in Iran, and that's in Israeli Lower Egypt. So we'll just build domestically for right now. Just checking through the rest of these. Yeah, here's a couple that are foreign constructions. And here's one. Any others here? Yes, there are a few others. Hello? There we go. We'll get rid of those. I want to get these domestic constructions done. So that will be absolutely fine for now. Any others here? Yep, we've got some Upper Egypt fishing wharves, some iron mines here. Cool. So, as you can see, our construction queue is starting to get pretty short, really. I mean, sure, we've got 45 pages here, but this is going to be done in 24 months. We've got 2 years in our construction queue at this moment, and that's going to continue to go down. Okay, there we go. So we'll just proceed with that for now. And the question is, will anyone interfere in this? And I strongly suspect the answer is no. Ukraine might, but if they do, we're going to take some territory from them. Like, potentially transfer Cairo? That would be a good one. We'll see what else we got there. So this is looking fine for the moment, and if we check in on Maghreb, we'll see that they are currently at -0.1 weekly. So at this moment, their liberty desire is 17. Apparently that went up. Okay. Noted. But for now, that's fine. We'll just continue to work on this, and this is going to be done soon enough. Actually, our Khuzestan is here at the front here, and technically we don't even need to fight this at this moment. Are they just going to yield? No one's joining this. Let's see if these guys back down. I'm not even mobilizing forces right now. But no one's going to join. Ukraine already declared neutrality. Portugal's not going to do this. It's too late now. No one is going to join. Honestly, I think we just let Khuzestan handle this in a really awkward manner. If Khuzestan can't handle it, we can bring in our own army. It's not a big deal, but I'd rather not pay for it. So if we don't have to, then great. Okay, war is broken out, and this is absolutely fine. 92 is good enough. So I don't think we need to do anything there. So that's absolutely wonderful. We can see that oil is still a little bit expensive here. We'd love to get more coal and lead, and I don't think we have any available. Actually, and there's nitrogen fixation. That'll be a lot of new production methods, and we'll go through that for our farms here in a moment. But we do actually have a coal mine that we can put in, and we will do so. Okay, production methods for farms. So our fertilizer plants can move up to the nitrogen fixation process, which will be very good. That's going to absolutely tank the price of fertilizer, because we're now overproducing fertilizer. But we can come in here and go to chemical fertilizers, which is going to dramatically increase the amount of fertilizer needed. So that's going to probably mean that we need more fertilizer overall, and that's fine. So we only have those 3 types of farms right now, so that's the 4 production method changes that we can do. Okay, we'll see what ends up happening with that as we get our goods substitution done. And Khuzestan appears to have this under control. Yeah, no problem. Fantastic. So we'll let Khuzestan prosecute that war for us. Absolutely wonderful. We are seeing our surplus dropping a little bit. That's okay. I don't even mind running a deficit at this moment. So this is absolutely 100% fine. We've got about 20 months left in this construction queue now, and that is beautiful. France colonized Congo. That's kind of rude, but whatever. We are still working on our own colonizations out over here, and I would like to probably continue to colonize out over this way, and we'll just get that going. So we can see we're colonizing here and here at this moment, and that's absolutely fine. Okay, so out over this direction, this war will be over very soon, and then I want to attack these guys. Okay, so they capitulated. Perfect. And this is now our territory here. Now, this is an unincorporated state. We're going to need to begin to incorporate it, and then we're going to want to reset production methods here. There we go. And we now have a land connection to Iran through Khuzestan. So that's absolutely perfect. Now, Kermanshah up here, we have a connection to as well right here, but we don't have a connection to it here. So we also don't have a connection by land to Armenia. For that, we're going to have to fight either Golden Horde or Ukraine, and to be honest, Golden Horde is way, way weaker. Ukraine has actually boosted their number of battalions. They're not at our level, but they're working on it. So that's noted. So at this point, I definitely want to attack these guys, and the question is, if we were to demand this, 54.9 infamy, that's a lot of infamy. At this point, Ukraine would almost definitely join. But I'm looking through the list here, and I'm thinking, do we care? Like, for real. We're not going to be seeing Portugal in this. We're not going to be seeing France. We're not going to be seeing the United States of Europe. We're not going to be seeing Great Britain. Interesting. We can force a diplomatic play at this point. They're not going to accept it, but I don't care. if Ukraine and Golden Horde join this. I really, really don't. Given what we've got here, this looks good. So we're going to immediately start annex country out here. Now, that's a lot of infamy, and that's absolutely understood. That's going to be a problem. But I want to check in here, and we can see, yeah, this is not an issue. So Ukraine is very likely to join this. But we'll see what happens. We have to be through the first 25% of escalation before they can join it. So this is definitely a whole lot of infamy. We need to let that drop, but this would get us a very long ways towards consolidating our position. And that's absolutely wonderful. So at this point, we're very likely to see Ukraine join this. Austria is damaging relations. Okay, I don't care about Austria. Austria is irrelevant. So France is cautious, Portugal is antagonistic, Great Britain is cautious. But we're working, or we were working, on improving relations out over this direction. I do want to... We can't actually improve relations here. We are in amicable relations at this moment. In France, we can't improve relations. We can improve relations with the United States of Europe. They're still happy with us, for now anyway. So that seems fine. I'm still expecting Ukraine to join this. Ukraine is the only great power in this list. They colonized Ivory Coast. They're not showing any signs of this. Okay, Kermanshah wants control of their own market. Now, Kermanshah's these guys. For the moment, I will accept that. It's fair enough, we don't have a land connection here, so market access is a problem. We do have a land connection here at this point. So after we take this, that will no longer be a thing. I'm very surprised that Ukraine hasn't joined this yet. I mean, they don't have the power projection to beat us. We're not scared of them. Portugal is antagonistic towards us. Sure. We're not scared of them either. So that's absolutely fine. Whatever. They can do that if they like. I'm going to raise up one army here. We're going to send it to the front. The trade unions are petitioning the government to pass guaranteed liberties. And we're on protected speech right now. Guaranteed liberties is under... What is this under? Internal security? Oh, okay. So that would be under here. We're on National Guard right now. They want us to pass guaranteed liberties. And National Guard is giving us access to additional conscripts for home affairs. We don't really need our conscripts. We're not using them in any meaningful way. We'll see what we can do. It's actually not a bad thing to pass, I don't think. So we can work towards this. We'll see what happens with it. We'll give it a go. 0% stall chance means this is very likely to pass. But at this moment, it really looks like Ukraine is not going to join this. They're not going to interfere. That's very good of this. Now, we're currently running a deficit. This is fine. We've got good gold reserves. They're not going to join. They declared neutrality. We're in the countdown to war at this point. No one is going to interfere here. That's wild. I really expected someone to interfere in this war. But it wouldn't have been a problem. We were guaranteed that it wasn't going to be anyone who we care about, right? Ukraine would be irrelevant. Delhi would be irrelevant. These guys didn't have an interest in the area. So, yeah, I mean, this is absolutely fine. So this war is going to break out, and we'll just absolutely crush them. We outnumber them over 10 to 1. So, and that's just with this singular army here. So that's absolutely fine. We're not going to do anything other than total annexation, and that's fine. So we do need to let our notoriety drop after this, obviously. But then we're going to have to fight either Ukraine or Golden Horde. And my plan was that Ukraine would try to defend these guys, and we'd demand this from them. And maybe transfer Cairo, if we could get away with it. Oh, there's a communist revolt over here. Sure. But that didn't happen, so that means it's going to have to be a separate war. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. This war is, of course, going to be completely and totally okay. We don't have any problem with this whatsoever right now. So we're working our way through these constructions. We'll make our way through them within... This is now saying 23 months. It feels like that should have been lower than that. But okay. What do we got going on here? Plus 20% defense does not matter. We're not defending. We progressed directly to study on guaranteed liberties, which is neat. And we are going to very easily take over this country at this point. So that looks great. That means that we're going to have full access to Kermanshah, which means that we can start thinking about annexations in some of these areas, right? So we can start dropping this down eventually. This is not actually... it's barely changing. Okay. So over here in Maghreb, what is this at? Currently at 15. Plus 0.25 from infamy. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. We'll continue to work on that, but our infamy is going to need to drop before we can really progress up over here. If we were to hypothetically attack Ukraine immediately after this, I guarantee you some European powers would get involved. Which we don't really want, necessarily. We're currently running a surplus with our military up. It's only one of our armies, but even so. Pop's becoming more loyalist? I mean, we've got a lot of loyalists as it is. We're like 40% loyalists, and we have almost no radicals. So our people are very, very happy, which I'm not surprised by in any meaningful way. So we're working our way through this. This is now 2 fronts, but this front is completely unopposed, and our vassal, Maghreb, is pushing that. So this is absolutely fine. No problem here. We're currently improving relations with Bahrain, which Bahrain is our subject as well. We do have quite a lot of subjects at this moment, and we're slowly working our way through that. Okay, we hit an advance here, so 15% enactment success chance, done. Had to click that twice for some reason. Okay, there's now a front over here, apparently. Oh, Khuzestani Socialist Revolt? Interesting. Well, we'll get that taken care of. We're right there in the area, so no problem. We've now broken 600 million on our GDP, and Ukraine is pushing 1 billion, so they still have a larger GDP than we do, but we're creeping up on them, and we're definitely pulling ahead of Great Britain at this moment. So that is absolutely fantastic. So these guys are going to capitulate eventually. I really wish our vassal was here, but unfortunately they're not. Okay. So we're moving to this front, and I'm hoping our vassal moves up to the Urmia front. Yeah, they did. Okay, perfect. So that's fantastic. We're going to crush this Khuzestani uprising at this point. This is not showing up as a diplomatic play, which is a little odd. This is our subject here. So I'm not entirely sure why they're not showing up here. Are we not actually pressing this? Oh, this hasn't actually broken out yet. Okay, I'm dumb. That's absolutely fine. We're going to take this over. It's done. This is completely and totally over. So at this point, this is going to be under our control, and that is fantastic. We are going to, of course, need to get those integrated. So that's going to be quite a lot of states that we're going to need to start incorporating here. There we go. And we're going to want to reset production methods for them as well. Although I think that we don't have any electricity out over here for some of these states. So let's sort by number. Yes, that is quite correct. So right at the top of the queue, we're going to go through these. This is a foreign construction. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So that seems absolutely fine for now. We'll just get all of those built with at least 1 level. Let's check in railways. Yeah, we could definitely use some railway level over here as well. So just something kind of like that. We just want a base level of construction there. So that'll be fine, and we'll get this wiped out, no problem whatsoever. I'm not sure why they're confident. They should not be confident. They very much should not be confident here. This is completely and totally over. We just progressed to voting on guaranteed liberties, so that's cool. Excellent. Oh, and we can get another company. So what is a possible company here? The Israeli Oil Combine is probably pretty good here, actually. Let's go ahead and do that. So that seems great. We'll get some additional oil production, which will always be useful. Always and forever. We're the #2 producer of... Oh, we just urbanized Israel. Cool. We're the #2 producer of oil worldwide. Who's #1? Ukraine. I guess that makes sense. So that's absolutely fine. This war just broke out, and they're just going to get instantly crushed. This is not a problem. Not a problem in the slightest. So we're going to have some fairly slow construction up over here. That's fine. We're still building behind this quite a bit. I wouldn't be opposed, necessarily, to getting some additional construction going here. And I'm going to do exactly that. So we're going to get Israeli-Croatia maxed out here. And we can see we're definitely getting our people put to work. That's great. But we still have people that aren't put to work yet. We're getting there. So this war is going to be over very shortly. I'm a little surprised it's still ongoing. Actually, now it's over. There we go. We just had them capitulate, so that is perfect. So now we have a direct connection to Kermanshah. Now, they're currently defiant towards us. And that is, of course, not ideal. I do want to... We can't improve relations with them? Interesting. Well, I do want to continue to work through our vassal states. So Maghreb out over here. Let's take a look at them. Okay, so they're at 15 Liberty Desire at this moment, and that's understood. So plus 0.25 from infamy, that's not shocking. We definitely need to work down our infamy a little bit, but this is going down. But it went up by almost double while we were doing those diplomatic plays. So I'm guessing they gain Liberty Desire as we do diplomatic plays and build infamy. That's fine. It's absolutely a-okay. We will get them integrated soon enough. We can't do it right now. We're in, theoretically, all of these that I don't actually care about, but it's fine. Okay, so these constructions are underway, and we definitely want to continue to push out over this direction to get Armenia connected to us. So that means a war with either Ukraine or Golden. That's the only two options there. But I don't want to do that yet. Interesting. This is a diplomatic play in Bahrain? Or no, this is in Mara. Hang on. This is in these guys. Don't care. It's fine. Greek communist people. No, get out of here. I don't want to participate in that. So we've got some grassroots support for this law. Cool. And Ukraine is continuing to colonize, which is not surprising in the slightest. So at this point, what we really need to do here is we need to drop down our radicals. This is mostly due to conquest. You can see, yeah. You can see our radicals are all located in the areas that we just conquered. So that is understood. That's absolutely fine. We will get that taken care of. That's not an issue. Now, we do definitely need to drop our infamy here, and France's attitude has worsened. That's understood. Great Britain and Portugal. Wait, Portugal's only cautious towards us? Wild. We'll start improving relations with Portugal. They are no longer rivaling us, so that's kind of a big deal. So that's absolutely excellent, and we'll just continue to work our way through these colonizations that we can do out over here, although we're running out of things that we can colonize. That's absolutely understood. I do want to go after some of these territories out over this direction, but that was so much infamy out over here. It's a lot. We might have to take those in Hoi. We'll see. So Ukraine colonized the Windward Coast. Yeah, that's to be expected. And we're just going to continue to work on these constructions for now. Getting these power plants done up over here is going to be a very big deal. And there's guaranteed liberties. Okay, cool. So let's check in on our institutions. I believe that we can make some home affairs changes. Yep, let's move those right on up. Fantastic. So that will be fine. And Himalayan people are mass immigrating. Perfect. So we can see 1.38 million. That graph is not accurate. Why is the graph claiming we've always had 109 million people? That's wild. Of course, this graph is also claiming that we've always had this number of loyalists and radicals. Well, that's over the last year, so that's maybe more accurate. But this is from 1822. Like, that's definitely not the case. That graph is bugged. This graph is fine. This graph is fine. This graph is bugged. Maybe it'll be fixed when I restart the game. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, the game will have been restarted, and hopefully this graph will be working at that point. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.